before we get the steel ball running, I have to address the 7-month hiatus. Sorry. I would say that I've been busy with other projects, but I haven't. I just procrastinated. But I did have a lot of scrapped projects. A lot. But most only lasted 2 to 3 days and never got to the audio stage. I might return to them. They have more hope in returning than the ones I scrapped last summer, but whatever. Also, I need a short video. That's when I realized that my video about the finale of Gumball is almost a year old now. Crazy how time flies. This isn't going to be a detailed review or anything, just my thoughts on it a year later, now that we can pretty much form a conclusion on the movie's status. So, I really haven't been keeping up with Gumball since then, so I don't know everything. I don't think much happened, I mean the show's over. I also haven't been keeping up with Cartoon Network or Nick, or even cartoons in general. Every now and then I'll check in if I'm really bored, but for the most part I'm not up to date. However, I decided to rewatch the episode just to see if my opinions changed. A few of them did, but for the most part the statement still stands. If you want a slightly more detailed review, then watch my original video. I think it holds up pretty well despite being a year old. Let's go ahead and look at my newer opinions, or stuff I didn't say in the original. First off, Gumball is a comedy. I'm glad they didn't try to make this episode really serious and ignore the comedy. And every once in a while, it does have a good joke.
I should have done this before, but I need to check your work references, starting with you, Colin.
Elmore Penitentiary.
You worked in a prison?
Well, I did 8 years hard labor, which I guess is technically work.
When it is serious, however, I think it's pretty good at doing so. Especially the final part where Rob falls into the void. The designs for the human equivalents are pretty good, and you can definitely see how the two different characters are similar. And finally, I think the premise of cartoon characters being forced to turn normal is a good idea for a show like Gumball, which breaks the fourth wall a lot. Okay, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Overall, with all the evidence, I don't think the show is getting a movie anytime soon, which is unfortunate. Sorry if I pronounced this wrong, but Ben Beauclay's Twitter bio is, "I created a cartoon called Gumball. Now I'm trying to do other things." And before you ask, yes, I do know about what he said on Reddit, about how someone made a fan logo, and he said it's pretty close. But first off, we don't know if that's entirely him. With Twitter we can confirm that it is him, and he says that he's trying to do other things. So, with that bit of information, I think he was trying to make a movie, but it ended up getting scrapped by Cartoon Network. But yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. This is why I don't like the idea of relying on a movie to end your series. If you can, great, and it can be a truly memorable finale, but if you can't, then you're screwed. And since a movie might not come out, then it might be canonical that the Void consumed every single character as Elmore was completely destroyed. If Death Note didn't exist, then I'd say this is the most depressing ending to a show I've ever seen. Overall, even a year later, I still consider this a pretty crappy finale to such a great show. I understand that the final decision wasn't Ben's, but even then, he was way too reliant on a movie. I am kind of glad that Ben has decided to move on though, and not try to reboot the series or make a spin-off 2 years later. Season 6 was already probably my least favorite season, and it was clear that this show really needed to rest. So at least it didn't completely disrupt the flow of the show, and while the finale did suck, at least we can go back and remember all the good times that this show brought us over its 8-year-long lifespan. Hey guys, Outro Colin here. So recently, we had an amazing achievement. We hit 200 subscribers, thanks to everyone that subscribed and made the channel where it is today. So, for 100 subscribers, I dropped the ball completely. I didn't make a video, I didn't make a special, I never even mentioned it. But, for 200 subscribers, I'm not gonna do the same thing. I'm definitely making a special. I don't know what it is, I'm thinking about making a top 10 best regular show episodes list, considering that the regular show video is getting increasingly popular by every day. So, unless you want to see something else, then just put it in the comments. But yeah, look forward to a 200 subscriber special sometime soon. Anyway, I'll see you all later.